Okay, picture this. Two people wake up at the exact same millisecond. Person A is desperately calculating where to find clean drinking water and a public bathroom that won't kick them out. Person B, they're reviewing overnight global markets while a private jet crew stands by, waiting for their signal. Now, the difference between these two isn't just the number of zeros in their bank account. It is an entirely different reality of time, space, and mental bandwidth. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something absolutely fascinating: how your net worth completely, utterly dictates what your brain is forced to manage. Let's get into it. Just think about the stark contrast of those immediate morning needs. On one hand, you've got the visceral, gritty reality of street-level survival, literally securing water. On the other, a billionaire's morning brief. We aren't just talking about money here. We're talking about the mental load of the human brain. Wealth completely changes your timeline. When you have nothing, you can literally only see the next hour. But when you have billions, you're looking at decades.
All right, let's start right at the foundation with Phase 1, surviving the immediate day. This covers homelessness, deep poverty, and the working poor.
At this foundational level, your mental horizon is incredibly, painfully short. You aren't planning for next year or even next month. You are literally just trying to make it to sundown. This quote perfectly captures it. Laundry means a church day. Hunger never feels far away. Basic human needs become these massive, all-day logistical puzzles. Finding a place to wash your clothes isn't just a chore you run in the background, it's a full day's mission. You're planning your every move around safety, the weather, and just finding a public space where you won't be pushed out.
Moving just slightly up the ladder to the working poor, the physical toll really continues. You stretch your shoes, and you stretch your back. You might have a roof over your head, sure, but the rent is strictly month to month. You're probably working retail, in a warehouse, or doing care work, standing on your feet for the entire shift. And notice what happens to your health here. You ignore the check engine light on your old car, and sadly, you ignore the check engine light on your own body. Why? Because taking time off is unpaid, and insurance deductibles are just way too high to afford a simple doctor's visit.
At this stage, your primary currency is resourcefulness. You're constantly trading your own precious time just to save a few dollars, fixing things with duct tape, glue, and YouTube tutorials because you simply have to. And you go out of your way to buy a money order just to avoid bank overdrafts. It takes way more time and effort, but you do it anyway. Because a surprise $35 overdraft fee, yeah, that would completely shatter a fragile weekly budget.
Think about the subtle evolution of a morning routine here. It's so telling. A homeless individual wakes up stiff on concrete, and their immediate hunt is for a public bath. Someone in deep poverty wakes up indoors, but they're instantly checking a prepaid phone for service and counting out physical bus passes. And the working poor? They're waking up way before sunrise just to pack a lunch, because dropping $12 on a meal at work is totally out of the question. The timeline is extending slightly, but every single dollar and minute is rigidly, obsessively accounted for. Which brings us to Phase 2, securing the monthly baseline. This is where we step into the lower middle and middle class. Here, the mental horizon finally, mercifully, expands from just surviving today to managing the end of the month. For the lower middle class, stability comes from intense, disciplined organization. As the quote notes, you keep a running list on the fridge of bills and due dates. Your job has set hours, the paycheck comes reliably every other Friday, and you're probably tracking everything in a budgeting app. You're driving a reliable used car, maybe keeping jumper cables in the trunk just in case, tracking your paid time off, and slowly building up a small bank cushion. Step firmly to the true middle class, and you encounter two absolutely magical words: margin for surprises. Notice how powerful this concept is. When a big expense hits, say you suddenly need 4 new car tires, it doesn't trigger a total panic. It's simply absorbed by an emergency fund you set up months ago. Your life is suddenly on autopay, both literally and metaphorically. And the psychological shift here is massive. Instead of spending your weekend sweating over pipes, you schedule a plumber. Instead of trying to fix a hidden leak yourself. Remember the duct tape and YouTube videos we talked about earlier? That's gone. You are no longer spending your own sweat equity to fix everything. You finally have the capital to pay experts to handle your problems for you. Watch how this bandwidth shift builds across medical care. Poverty relies almost entirely on urgent care, waiting until the physical pain is unbearable because you can't afford the time off. The middle class books regular checkups and gets cavities filled before they hurt. But at the millionaire level, healthcare is entirely proactive. You see specialists immediately, and cost is literally never a reason to delay treatment. Sure, money buys health, but more importantly, it buys preventative peace of mind.
That takes us right into phase 3, buying back your time, which covers the upper middle class and the comfortable rich. At this tier, your money is actively purchasing your life back from chores and daily obligations. Picture this. The thermostat sets itself overnight. A robot vacuum hums in the hallway. Your coffee maker starts on a precise schedule. You're paying for a monthly house cleaner and someone to mow the lawn. Money is moving automatically into your investments without you lifting a finger. Essentially, daily friction has been completely engineered right out of your environment. And for the millionaire, this freedom extends directly to their income. You can take a true vacation and your income continues. I mean, this is the holy grail of wealth, right? Your net worth is sitting in home equity, retirement accounts, and investments. You have fundamentally decoupled your physical presence from your ability to earn money. If you decide to stop working for 2 weeks and lay on a beach, your wealth just keeps right on working for you. But what happens when you keep going? Well, we enter phase 4, operating at empire scale for the ultra-rich and billionaires.
Look, wealth at the $100 million plus level operates on a completely alien scale. A single person's life is just too complex for one human to manage, so they employ an entire ecosystem. Investments, taxes, legal, insurance, travel, property, staff. This is called a family office. It is literally a small company of elite professionals whose full-time job is to run the machine of your daily existence. Your personal life operates with a chief of staff, a general counsel, and a dedicated tax team.
And because of that immense support structure, your actual job changes entirely. You don't chase small wins. You focus on a few decisions that move billions. Work is no longer about physical output or logging a set number of hours. It's about sitting in a quiet room, meeting with founders or heads of state, and making 2 or 3 massive, highly leveraged calls a day. An entire team handles the execution, the PR, and the compliance. You just pick the right problems. This illustrates the ultimate luxury of the billionaire perfectly. Total, uncompromising control over geography and time. Think about it. If you fly today, a jet is wheels up entirely on your schedule. You don't wait for the world. But if you choose to stay put, people come to you. Your time is so heavily protected, so deeply valued, that gravity literally shifts. The world reshapes itself around your calendar. So we've traveled from the harsh concrete sidewalk all the way up to the private jet, which brings us to section 5, what this means for you. As we've seen, increasing wealth systematically expands your mental timeline. At the lowest levels, all your bandwidth goes just to surviving the immediate day. Once you find a stable footing, you finally gain the bandwidth to plan the month. As your resources grow further, you actively buy back your time to invest for the future. And at the absolute pinnacle, your timeline extends way beyond your own life, moving into shaping the world through foundations and massive global impact. Ultimately, money isn't just a number on a screen. The big takeaway here is that wealth is entirely about what you are forced to manage. If you have nothing, you are forced to manage physical pain, hunger, and immediate street-level logistics. If you have a little, you manage a calendar and a budget. If you have a lot, you manage experts and investments. And if you have empire wealth, you manage global impact. So, I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Wealth changes what you manage. Survival, bills, time, or the world. Which timeline are you managing today? Take a moment to really reflect on where you currently sit on this arc of bandwidth and where you are spending your own precious mental energy. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep organizing your life, and I will catch you in the next one.